most beautiful thing about this apartment you can't define, but you feel it when you walk in. And this is where it's my gift, your gift. You just feel great being here. Now the way you've decorated has made it, you know, accelerated it because it's so light and it has just the touches of antiques or interest. But basically you just feel so calm and at peace here and just so enlightened, you know, having all the sun coming through, beautiful view, trees, and that you can't buy.
Well, you know, you often say, you talk about la pierre, you know, what would be the equivalent in English? I can't even think of what it is. In French, it's like le patrimoine, la pierre. It's not going anywhere.
Yes.
These buildings, they
were built to last.
And you're not going to be adding a skyscraper, you
No.
know, in front of it. And
No.
they're not allowed to.
They're not allowed. This will not change. This hasn't changed in 200 years. And in 200 years, you will find a postcard today of the same building, the same, you know, same layout, everything the same. They can't tear down, they can't replace it. So you will always have this wide street, these beautiful trees, and the Champ de Mars gardens. So as we talk about the specialness of this location and this apartment and building, we've forgotten the most important guest of all.
Well, we didn't forget it.
No, you can't
You can't forget it.
The Eiffel Tower, which was going to be taken down a year after it was put up, and the city and the world said no, don't take it down. And since then it's become the most iconic monument in the world and the most beautiful view.
And all you have to do here is just look out the window,
and there it is.
There it is.
And you see Eiffel's beautiful ironwork. You actually see the iron crossing itself. The things you appreciate is because you've also lived here in this quartier, and I can't say enough what a really small village this is. That we know the merchants. You and I were talking the other day about the new bakery, a new restaurant, you name it, and it's still very much Parisian. The Parisians eat there. If they come back, it means it's a super restaurant, it's affordable.
You know what's so funny? So we did live here for a while, and then now I come very frequently, and every time I come, it's kind of like I see all the same people again. And it really is like a village.
Love it.
Well, one thing I also love about Avenue des Bourdonnais is how wide the sidewalks are. It's so nice, you know. In Paris, most of the streets aren't wide like that, and that just gives this feeling of, as you said, light and enlightened, and I don't know. I just love walking down the street.
And to come home and just be able to relax on a beautiful sofa, look out, read a book, answer calls, you know. There's nothing like it.
I know.
Looking at, I'm very curious about history, and I was looking at old posters of the 1889 exhibition, the Grande Exposition, when the Eiffel Tower was built. And as I'm looking at the poster, I see Avenue La Bourdonnais, this avenue, and I see this block of buildings. And it was these buildings right then, here, just like they are today. And that's landmark, you know, that's value that is there forever. They're not making any more land. No one's allowed to touch the buildings. You can't build higher. You can't build differently. You can't build more. So that value, the investment value, carries. And this Paris Perfect Shared and the fractional concept is something that you've bought into actually quite a while ago. What made you do it, and why? What do you like about it? What don't you?
Well, first of all, I'm a small business owner, and I'm able to get away, but not for long periods of time. And so I like to be able to go spend time in another place, but I don't want to have all the headaches of having to maintain another property. And I love arriving and having everything all set up for me. I'm kind of spoiled. I mean, I really, really like having the place be completely clean, knowing exactly where everything is, and that I don't have to go out and shop ahead of time and stuff like that, that I can walk in, the beds are made, they're beautiful, and that I can leave it kind of without having to close it up, you know, like you have to do when you have a second home. You spend the last day kind of putting everything away and making sure that the pipes aren't going to freeze and all that type of stuff, or calling ahead of time to make sure that the lawn is cut before you get there, and all that type of maintenance. And I think that we looked into it a long time ago and decided that this was a really good thing for our, good lifestyle for us, given that my husband's retired, he can spend more time away. I can travel when I want to, but anyway, I love the shared concept of not owning something 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a really good investment, and I think it suits my lifestyle anyway. I don't know.
People like you are the reason we launched Paris Perfect Share. That we have a lot of requests to help find apartments, and we're very honest about it. What the advantages and disadvantages, but it's very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But as we talked to them, we realized, and so did they, that it maybe made sense for them to own part of an apartment, deeded ownership, which is fractional ownership, so they can participate in the actual valuation of the apartment and appreciation, hopefully, but not have any of the responsibility or unexpected costs. And as you know, I mean, our company, we just really believe in what we do, and we want to offer great value to people. So the first thing we did was offer an apartment at an extremely reasonable price. You can't get better real estate, you can't get better remodeling, you can't get more comfort than your design, thank you. But also very predictable low fees. So there's no surprise after that, and what you pay annually is less than staying in an apartment or a hotel room, and you get ownership.
Right. And I love that you guys are a family-owned business.
We're proud of that.
I know. It's such a nice story. You and your sisters and your kids and everything else.
Yeah, and it's our ethic that we grew up really believing you have to help other people. That you just, an Air Force family, a military family, and you reach out and you help people. And it pays back. It gives back. And so this has been the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, I have to say thank you, because you have been the gift that keeps on giving. But we've had fun.
We sure have.